going to need you to take this next hour-long shift. Before I get to my NFL stuff, I might kick that to the top of the hour.
Okay.
I will tickle the fancy of the happy Blazer fans out there, because there are some of them. I know, I understand that. And I'll ask this question from P1 Shane, good listener of the show. So he gives a good question. I'm going to ask it on the air.
We're doing a mail sack on a Wednesday.
Real question that I don't think has been brought up. If Deni keeps at this pace, are we viewing him as a number one? His production the last month has been insane.
Nope.
Not even entertaining the notion?
Nope.
No. Number two?
2-3.
Who does number two work for? Me later.
Damn, boy, what'd you eat?
Dude, I could choke down six of those
if we're
easily.
talking, this
in the
is
month
just my
of March,
opinion.
hold on, let me give you his numbers. Month of March, 23.5 points per game.
Yep.
9.8 rebounds per game. Over 5 assists per game. He shot 45% from three and 51% from the floor.
Right. He has been great. He did a little bit of this in Washington. Bad team. He's taking the bulk of the shots.
Yeah.
He's playing a ton of minutes. He is playing extremely well. I don't know if you know this. Could be breaking news to some. Team-friendly contract. Needs to be said. Now, this is just my takeaway. Deni's a very good player.
Yes, he is.
But if you're saying, like, Portland creeps back in, let's say they hit the highest of the highs and everybody laughs in your hot dog eating
we
face.
got Cooper Flag.
We beat the Hawks and we still got Cooper Flag.
Just shove another hot dog in your mouth. Dirt.
I don't eat the wiener.
And they take a step and they become one of those young, feisty teams that, hey, look at this ascension. Can Flag take... In my mind, being a contender in the West, Deni is probably one of the best threes on a good team, a great team. That's just my 2 cents. I don't view him as a 1.
Yeah.
I don't view him as a 2.
I think the hard part about bad basketball teams...
Has nights where you could be a good 2, but for the most part, a very
If you want it to be a reliable night in and night out.
Very elite number 3.
Yeah, I think the hard part about bad teams late in the year is that, we kind of saw this to a certain extent from Scoot, remember, in the last month and a half or so of the season last year, and it's like, oh my God, Scoot's turned a page, and it's like, well, half the night you're playing a G League team.
We needed anything at that point, though.
We did, because the beginning of this rookie year was bad.
Deni. We know Deni's good at basketball.
How many of these games, too, in the month of March, and I went through this list the other day, of just you're not facing the best available players on other teams on most of these nights anyways, let alone...
He faced Trae Young yesterday.
He did face Trae Young yesterday.
I mean, my God.
The point on minutes and shot production, and if you go back to February, his minutes per game was 26 minutes per game. In March, it went up to 36 minutes per game, rounding up, 35.8.
Yeah.
His field goal percentage per game, or not percentage, but attempts per game, 9.9, so just shy of 10 in the month of February. It's just shy of 15 in the month of March. So he's taking 5 more shots per game, and he's averaging almost 10 more minutes per game than what he was a month ago.
He is in the 88th percentile in usage rate for this team. He's in the 79th percentile for points per shot attempt for this team, and he's in the 88th percentile for assist percentage.
Yeah.
For this team.
I mean, he's driving
their
the boat.
Offense.
He's the guy. This is why I've argued for 2 weeks you need to sit him down. He's driving the boat right now.
He's really good.
He's got to get him the hell out of there, man.
I don't view what I said as a negative, by the
there.
way. Like, you can, maybe some people do view him as a 1. I don't know who those people are. Maybe Shane is one of them, and that's okay.
I mean, we've gone through this with Anthony Simons for 3 years that I would hope we would have learned our lesson there, where it's like, dude, he's a good player. There's nobody saying he's a bad basketball player. It's the idea of that guy's not going to lead you to the promised land. He can be a good player on a good team. He's not a number one. He's not a number 1 option.
What do you think he is?
Deni Avdija, I would say he's a number 3 option. On nights potentially swinging to a 2, one of those kind of situations where maybe they have nights where they trade off. I love his game. He's been an awesome fit. He's got a great contract. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but he's got a great contract.
Look at the West standings, and you go through just the real playoff teams, and you tell me what he would be on those teams.
Yeah, and where he would fit. How many teams would he be a number 1 on a Western Conference playoff team?
Well, none of them.
None of them.
He wouldn't be number 1 in OKC.
Nope. Denver,
Houston,
LA.
Denver, LA,
No.
Golden State, Minnesota, the Clippers.
No, none of them.
But
Sacramento?
Well,
No.
Sacramento's not very different than us at this point. They're only 3 games ahead of us in the win column.
Slightly better.
My point is, but how does he fit on those teams? He's one of those, damn it.
Yeah.
They left Avdija open.
Yeah.
They doubled Ann Edwards. Damn it.
Somebody said it feels a lot like the Nurk fever moment. Like, I would give Deni more credit than that. I think he's got a better game than Nurk.
Yeah, but you remember what we were saying about Nurk fever.
And that's what we do in the city.
He was a top 3 center in the league at that point.
We get a 2-week stretch out of Delano Banton. We want to build the guy a statue. That's who we are as a city. I do think Deni Avdija has a chance to have a bigger impact in this organization than Nurkic did.
Banton's usage rate is the same as Deni's, by the way. He's in the 88th percentile.
I'm going to cram a couple of more hot dogs down my gullet. Crunch Time brought to you by Crunch Fitness. Memberships as low as $9.99 a month. Find your Crunch Time in Portland, Vancouver, and online at crunch.com.